In today's video, we will compare two beautiful, exciting, and highly capable motorcycles, the Ducati Multistrada V4 and the BMW S 1000 XR, both top choices for those who enjoy both sporty and touring rides. Both bikes deliver outstanding performance and advanced technology, but there are key differences that make each of them unique. When it comes to engines, the Multistrada and XR offer nearly identical power, with both being extremely powerful motorcycles, in fact, much more powerful than most riders can fully utilize on the road. In my opinion, they are so powerful that I'd gladly trade 20 horsepowers for 10 Newton meters of torque. The Multistrada's engine is very smooth, with no mechanical sounds, and a beautiful, distinctive Ducati sound. While the XR's engine at idle has some mechanical noises, but its acceleration is accompanied by a characteristic superbike sound. In fact, the acceleration sound of both bikes brings a big smile to your face and even a sort of addiction. Both engines do not hide their sports roots, which means that the power lies in the higher revs, and they should be ridden accordingly. If the revs drop too low, the Multistrada will clearly indicate this with vibrations and engine noise, while the XR will seem weak until it reaches higher revs. Accelerations above 4,000 RPM are incredible, pure adrenaline, but thanks to their excellent chassis and highly sophisticated suspensions, the acceleration is always completely controlled and safe. The gearboxes and quickshifters on both bikes work flawlessly, allowing quick and precise gear changes without the need for the clutch. However, there is a big difference in the gear ratios. The Multistrada, on the one hand, has very short gears, which favors low-end acceleration, but often leads to a feeling that you must constantly shift gears. On the other hand, the XR has very long gears, so to fully unleash its power, you must wait for the engine to reach higher revs. This difference can be quite significant depending on your riding style. In my opinion, the Multistrada would benefit from slightly longer gears, and the XR from shorter ones, as that would make both bikes more comfortable and usable in everyday traffic. Both bikes are equipped with outstanding suspension systems that allow for high adaptability and comfort. Both the Multistrada and the XR offer excellent and highly advanced suspension adjustment systems that can be tailored to different riding conditions and roads. The Multistrada offers a wider range of suspension adjustments between the softest and hardest settings, which is another key difference, as the Multistrada is also designed for light off-road use, thanks to its 19-inch front wheel and longer suspension travel, while the XR, with its 17-inch front wheel, is designed exclusively for road use, where it truly excels. In terms of handling, the Multistrada is light and agile, but not quite like the XR. While the Multistrada sometimes requires extra pressure on the handlebars when transitioning into deeper lean angles, the XR is always super agile and neutral, doing exactly what you want with exceptional ease. In a lean, the XR is incredibly stable, and its handling is outstanding. Both offer great pleasure when cornering, and both will lean far more than you initially think is possible, but the sharpness and flickability of the XR are superb. One thing that struck me was the eagerness and ease with which the XR leans into corners. The Multistrada will lean easily, but if you want to correct something mid-turn, it is more difficult compared to the XR. Both bikes feature 6.5-inch TFT screens, which are also excellent, large, clear, and easy to read, allowing the rider to quickly review all necessary information without taking their eyes off the road. Both bikes are equipped with Brembo calipers and 330mm discs, but the brakes behave a bit differently while riding. On the XR, the brakes are almost perfect, with a clear initial bite, and further modulation of braking power is precise and smooth. On the Multistrada, the initial bite feels somewhat dull, not as clear and strong as on the XR, but the brakes do their job without issue, and brake modulation is not a problem. However, I would prefer a clearer and stronger initial bite. Regarding comfort, both bikes have rather firm and not particularly comfortable seats, which is not an issue for short rides, but can be challenging for longer trips. These seats are not ideal for riders who seek more comfort on longer routes and multi-day journeys. If, like me, you do daily rides of 500 to 700 kilometers and mostly enjoy multi-day trips, you'll likely look for a more comfortable seat in the aftermarket. Additionally, wind protection on both bikes is not the best. At higher speeds, you will feel significant wind noise and some turbulence, which can be tiring, especially on long journeys. The good news is that this issue can be easily and cheaply resolved by installing an aftermarket windscreen. The Multistrada has an additional specific problem that you won't find on the XR: heating on the left side of the bike. The heating from the left side directly warms the rider's leg, which can become uncomfortable, especially when the outside temperature is higher during slow city riding. In winter conditions, this can even be useful, but in warmer conditions, the heat can become unpleasant and too intense. Ducati is aware of this issue and has implemented a system that shuts off the last two cylinders when idling or at a constant speed, but this is not enough to completely solve the problem, as the rider's left leg is practically resting against the engine, making heat transfer inevitable. Although the Multistrada and XR offer similar performance and both are nearly perfect motorcycles, each has its own specific advantages. The Multistrada is a more versatile motorcycle, capable of off-road riding, while the XR is better for riders who prefer road riding and uncompromising stability at insanely high speeds. It's safe to say you can't go wrong with either of these two bikes, as they are both beautiful, exceptionally refined, and capable machines. Which one is better depends on your riding style, as both options offer top-tier performance and technology, but it's up to you to decide which bike is better suited to your needs.